today. From M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore, Maryland, it's Week 12 of the NFL on EA Sports. Lamar Jackson and the Baltimore Ravens versus Jalen Hurts and the Pittsburgh Steelers.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to historic Baltimore, Maryland and M&T Bank Stadium. Here's a scene a short time ago. The Ravens introduced to this sellout crowd, and through a sea of pyrotechnics, out they came from the tunnel. We're set to go as the Ravens get ready to match up with the Pittsburgh Steelers. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you look at this Raven team as they get ready here. They've been playing well, really well. Winners of 5 of their last 7, but losers last time out. Meanwhile, for the visiting Steelers, they come in off the extended break from the bye.
I think it was much needed as
the final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. Taken in at the 3. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. So here are the Steelers now to take over for the first time. They'll be led out by a Heisman runner-up during his college days. It's the versatile Jalen Hurts.
you talk about the pause that refreshes. I think it's come at a perfect time of the year for them, hasn't it? You know, it's the season is starting to wind down, got a little bit of a break. But how about the guy calling the signals? He's got to be excited about that because now he didn't just get a game plan for 1 week. He was able to work on it for 2 weeks. I can't wait to see if they have anything special in store for him today. Here we go.
And they'll run for the first time with Najee Harris. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Well, no slow start here. A couple nice chunk plays back-to-back.
I love the momentum that they're showing here early because they did it both ways, right? Threw the ball on first down for a nice chunk of yardage. Came right back and ran the ball. Looks like they've got the defense set back on their heels. Let's see if they can keep this moving.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. They'll run with Harris. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
They didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now a give, running left is Harris. Stops short of the 25, but that second effort got him a couple extra. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Off the play fake, here's Hurts. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 13-yard line. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. To the right side to Eric Ebron. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. From the 4, this is 2nd down and 1. Now a toss play. It's Harris. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. 1st and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road. Harris is going backwards as he'll be tackled back at the 4-yard line. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down.
So often you hear that pep talks don't really work in the heat of the battle, but collectively, this defense has to say to each other, we've been on our heels this whole first drive. This is where we need to dig in. And they got a nice stop right there for a loss on 1st and goal.
From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal. On the give, this is Harris. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Najee Harris, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Steelers are on the board first on the road here in Baltimore. Well, first quarter, maybe too early to talk about statement drives, Charles, but that sure seemed like a statement drive right there.
Well, if we're going to talk about statement drives, I think what they're saying is we're going to establish the run. They gave it to him early and often on this drive, and he wound up taking it into the end zone.
Chris Boswell now for the extra point. And he'll put it through to make it 7-0 Steelers. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. And it was Najee Harris who finished it off with a touchdown run. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Number 8, Lamar Jackson, trotting onto the field at quarterback, ready to lead this Ravens offense.
Okay, I thought there was something to build on in last week's game by his performance. I thought he played fairly well overall. The numbers won't knock your socks off. 2 touchdown passes and an interception. The bottom line, though, they lost.
Yeah.
How does he eliminate that 1 interception, continue to take care of the ball, and maybe increase the number of times he puts the ball in the end zone with a receiver?
Stephon Tuitt, the one that got him down. 2nd and 9. Jackson from the shotgun. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it looks like Steeler football. It is. Every week we hear talk about create turnovers. In particular, they wanted to force some fumbles. They got one right there.
And it shows you how the game has changed over time. It used to be good enough for a guy to get a sack of a quarterback in the pocket. Now, if you come to the sidelines and you didn't knock the ball free, your coaches are upset with you. All right? So if you're a quarterback, it starts all the way back in the youth leagues. Take care of the ball, take care of the ball, take care of the ball, because here come the defenders.
Now a 1st down carry for Harris. He takes us down to about the 12 for a gain of 3. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Hurts. And his throw's going to be incomplete. In danger of squandering their great field position as they come up on a 3rd and 7. From the gun, it's Hurts. He's got Claypool for a Steeler touchdown. Chase Claypool with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Steelers lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ball game. They've got to be thrilled on the road right now. Touchdown, turnover, touchdown, and quickly trying to make it 14-0.
Yeah, and mentioned it already. On the road, to be able to go into someone else's house and establish a start like that, obviously your confidence rises in a big way, and you're putting some doubt in their minds.
And we remember, of course, all scoring plays need to be verified upstairs, and I think they're going to at least take a look at this. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How is the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Boswell good with the extra point, and it's now 14-0. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. Baltimore set to take over here for their second possession of the game. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
Now, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Now a second down and 6. And they run with Edwards off the option. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. Now it appears we have a Steeler here slow to get up. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. Edwards now on 1st and 10. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Jackson. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. I know it's an emotional game, Charles. You can't do that.
And when you get into your film sessions and you argue your case with your coaches, that's exactly what they say at the end. You just can't do it. It costs your team.
Jackson going to give this one to Edwards. He's down inside the 10 to the 8, and it comes on a gain of 8. 8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Off the option, here's Edwards. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Edwards. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. 2nd and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. They'll look to run with Edwards. And he will force his way into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Gus Edwards, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Ravens draw a bit closer. A strong run there, boy, when he gets it, especially around the goal line, like a bull in a china shop.
And none of us ever want to confront that bull in any china shop, do we? Any more than we want to confront him. Got behind his pads, ran with power, and got into the end zone.
What an asset around the goal line, a guy like that.
It's almost like a safety blanket, isn't it? When all else fails, hand it to this big back and let him power his way forward.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. Coming off every player's friend, the open week from last weekend.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. Even if you're coming off of a loss as they did, the open week is exactly what you need after you kind of get over it a little bit, right? Rest up the mind, rest up the body, get yourself ready to go. And they have to be eager to play again, especially since they lost the last time out.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Hurts sets up to throw it. Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Here's Hurts to throw. Big hold of the 30. And Hurts able to show off some of that elusiveness as he slides to the ground there and in the process picks up the first down.
Certainly making his presence felt in both the pass and the run game. He's having an impact.
Yeah, his first carry of the game right there. He had hurt him with his arm. Now he's showing that he can shuffle the puppies as well. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter. 14-7. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
So the completion good for 6 yards, and it'll be a 2nd down. Throwing is Hurts. He gets it complete to Harris. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. On first down, Hurts. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Harris. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. From the 44, Hurts. That's complete. It's Chris Godwin. Now the Steelers use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. They'll throw on first down with Hurts. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down. To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Hurts. Over the middle, complete. That's Harris. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens 19. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Harris has it over the middle. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout.
Not only did we just see back-to-back nice gains, but we're also seeing the confidence rise, not just for the guy who caught it, but the guy throwing it as well.
And these back-to-back catches here out of the backfield, that can set something up downfield in a later sequence, right?
A lot of the time, it starts to draw the defense closer to the line of scrimmage. So to your point, show this swing pass, show this check down. Maybe later on you heave one deep when you catch them close to the spot.
Okay, Brandon, bye weeks, they're over. We've once again got a full slate of games to get to as we take you around the NFL here in Week 12. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a back-and-forth first half. Who can put it together in the second half? For the answer, we turn it back over to our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thanks very much. Fine work as always as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. The Ravens set to receive the football, trailing here as we resume action in the third quarter. And no run back here as the third quarter will commence with a touchback. The Raven offense set to start this third quarter. And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I'd establish the running game. They kind of went away from it in the first half. I think if they get back in balance, it'll help them when they put the ball back in the air.
And he does take it in for the touchdown, but a flag on the field, and I don't think this is going to stand.
Yeah, don't put the points on the board just yet.
So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. And they'll begin by running the option. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Steelers. He's at the 30. 10. And he takes it back to the house. A fumble recovery for a Steelers score. The offense, they've had some sloppy moments. Sloppy there again on that one, and it could be the backbreaker.
From a defensive perspective, if the offense is going to be sloppy, you've got to take advantage of that, and that's what they've done all game long.
Boswell for the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there, grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. Baltimore about ready to go on offense. And let's just say they're going to be looking to start over on this drive. A few moments ago, they were in the exact situation, but their first play led to a fumble that was returned for 6.
Yeah, you definitely have to have a short memory to play in the NFL. You got to remember what you did wrong so you don't repeat it, but you can't dwell on it because then you will repeat it, and that's what you don't want to do.
And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. They run once more with Edwards. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They'll try and run for it. Here's Hill. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
That's quite a spot there for his first carry of the game, but obviously they had plenty of faith in him, didn't they?
No question about it. And here, why not go with the fresh legs? Able to push forward, pick up that first. And now Jackson will look to throw it. Got a man open. That's Devontae Parker, complete. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. Now that's what he can do, when he keeps the football. It's not a huge gain, but it shows how hard it can be to stop him.
Yeah, and I thought the defense had that one pretty well contained, and in fact, they probably came up and felt pretty good about what they did. Then they looked up and realized he still got good yardage out of it. He's a tough guy to stop.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Out of the pistol. Here's Hill. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
And they run with Edwards off the option. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
52 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
When he runs, he seems to do a nice job of knowing when to be patient and find the hole, and then when the hole is there, he goes quickly.
You're exactly right. He knows how to just take off, but you know what else? Brings a little thump with him, doesn't he?
He does.
He packs the boom at the end of the run and finishes it going forward. That's what you want to see out of your backs.
They'll go with Hill here on first down. And he's going to push his way down to about the 12. A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3.
Off the option, here's Edwards.
And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Now it's Jackson. Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown.
Devin Duvernay,
his 4th touchdown on the year.
And the Ravens are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the 3rd.
And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height or even speed, they use their quickness to find a way to get open.
Well, tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever. There it results in a touchdown. Tucker with the extra point, and the lead is trimmed down to 10. So that one a long 11-play drive, and it's capped off with a Ravens touchdown. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
Taking it about the 1. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Pittsburgh offense making their way back out. This now a 10-point game, so things tightening a little bit after that last score. On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. Completion here to Claypool.
And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. On 2nd down, it's Harris. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. This is Harris. Room to run past midfield. And he's finally down at the 21-yard line. A big play that time for Pittsburgh.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. They're going to look to throw. Forced out to his left. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7.
That was an excellent job of recognizing the situation. His first read wasn't there. Heck, his second read wasn't there. But he bought himself a little extra time scrambling out of the pocket, got to the sticks, and picked up the first down.
A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4. 2nd and goal from inside the 5. Snell. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. Call it no gain that time, and now it's 3rd and goal. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is a time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. They'll wind up losing a couple yards here on the play, and that will bring up an interesting decision here on 4th and goal.
I know we saw the pass and the completion and obviously the resulting loss of yardage. To me, that play broke down with the blocking on it, because if you're going to try and swing it that far outside, that blocking's got to hold up to give your guy a chance.
In the defense, they weren't fooled at all.
No, not at all. Boy, were they aggressive on that one.
And Boswell's kick is good. And that will stretch the lead up to 13. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33.
Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. And it's a unit last drive that did it all on the ground, Charles.
And they controlled it from the interior. Big on big, right? Offensive lineman versus defensive lineman. But you know, in order to keep the football moving downfield, other people have to get involved as well. Your wide receivers, your tight ends, lead runners, anything that you have pop.
Oh, this is intercepted, intended for Hill. Picked off by the linebacker, Joe Schobert. And he'll bring this one back to the 29.
But here in the 4th quarter, defensively, you know that you're just going to blanket the field with defensive backs and say, okay, take your best shot. And that time, it's intercepted.
And we've often seen teams go into the prevent early, way too early, and sometimes they get too soft in their coverages, but not in this case. They understood the situation and played it with the proper aggression.
Coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. They'll run again with Harris. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more 1st down to help salt this one away.
Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. Able to hit his target, Claypool.
And quickly, we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They hand this off to Harris. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. On 2nd down, it's Snell. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. And they'll indeed take a knee. Now from the 7, here's 2nd and goal. They'll try the right side with Harris. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal.
Hurts down to one knee, and that should just about do it.
Yeah, it's fun to kneel down in front of your home crowd, but when you go on the road, that band of brothers attitude, right? Just us against the world and get it done. How happy are they?
I remember a coach at a previous stop telling me, you get a win on the road, doesn't matter the opponent, get out of there like you stole something. And they did in this one. So this one in the win column for the Pittsburgh Steelers. And they were spurred on by a strong performance in that fourth quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the fourth quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through. And they closed them out with a big-time performance down the stretch.
So for the Steelers, the win form is number 6 on the year. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Atlanta to take on the Falcons. Meanwhile, for Baltimore, they fall to 6-6 now on the campaign. And they'll get the extra week to think about this one as they return to action in 2 weeks' time. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been